Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Hieronimus. I'm a firefighter here in the city of Delaware. We know that everybody hasn't been able to get out too much, and we miss having you here, and we miss being out in the public and seeing everybody. So we thought we'd bring a little station tour to you, and I'm going to show you the truck, show you a little activity. We're going to read a book for the kids. So we'll show you a little bit our station. This is Station 303. It's on Central Avenue, right past the hospital. This is what we call our watch room. This is where we do some reports and some training in here. This is Jared. He's one of our firefighters.
The best firefighter.
This is a lieutenant's office and training room. We also will watch some stuff on television here sometimes. We can go into the kitchen. This is a pretty popular fire station place. So when we're here for 24 hours. We come here in the morning and then we stay here all day. We get off the next morning. So this is just like our house. We eat here, we sleep here. We spend some downtime here in the evenings sometimes. But this is the kitchen. This is our kitchen table. We spend a lot of time here talking and going over some stuff. I'll show you where we sleep. Not too much fancy about in here. This is our bedroom. These are our bedrooms. There's nothing on the walls. There's no cool colors. Just pretty basic. And now we'll go out here where fire trucks are. This yellow truck is our oldest truck that we have. We all know now that fire trucks are red. So this is the ambulance that we have here. We call it a medic. If you're sick or everything that's going on, this has been pretty busy. And then this is our fire truck. We'll pull it out here in a little bit. We'll show you a little bit more about this, about our fire truck. But we keep all of our gear here on the floor, and when there's a call, we come around here, we jump in and go. So the book I'm going to read for you today is called No Dragons for Tea. This is one of our favorite books here at the firehouse. One warm sunny day at the end of last week, my mom and I went for a walk to the creek. As I raced down the hill in my little red wagon, I veered to the left and smacked into a dragon. I suppose he could see there was fear in my eyes as I jumped to my feet, quite filled with surprise. He sheepishly grinned and stepped out of the way, but he seemed so polite that I asked him to play. He had a cute bear and some other toys too. With my shovel and pail, we had oodles to do. We ran to the creek and then onto the bay, where we played on the beach for the rest of the day. Beach sounds really nice right now. Then Mom waved and said, "Now it's time to go eat. Let's pack the red wagon and head up the street." It's hard to stop playing with friends old or new, so I asked if the dragon could come eat too. Mom wrinkled her brow and squinted her eyes, looking up at the dragon's incredible size. I begged and I pleaded, then said very sweet, "We won't make a mess. We'll be very tidy and neat." So at last she said, "Yes, just this once, I'll agree. You may have the dragon come over for tea." We had carrots and apples, thick slices of ham, with fresh homemade biscuits and strawberry jam, cold glasses of milk, and a great big dill pickle, but the pepper we sprinkled sure made my nose tickle. Then the dragon's nose twitched, and he started to wheeze. His eyes misted up, and he blew a great sneeze. Achoo! Well, we all know what happens when dragons achoo. Flames shoot from his mouth and from both nostrils too. Our tablecloth sparked and then burst into flames, and the curtains that hung right beside did the same. The smoke alarm rang. What a loud, piercing sound. It meant get out fast, so I dropped to the ground. The room filled with smoke as I crawled on the floor. and started to make my way to the front door. The dragon got scared and decided to hide, but I knew when there's a fire, we must get outside. I grabbed his thick tail, and with one mighty tug, I pulled that big dragon from under the rug. I crept down the hallway and said, "Follow me, I know the way out, we must meet by the tree." So Mom and the dragon and I all met there, then that silly old dragon went back for his bear. We ran up and caught him and wouldn't let go, and I said, "Listen, dragon, here's what you should know. Don't ever go back, that just will not do. We can get a new bear, but we can't replace you." Since the fire was burning inside of our home, we went to the neighbors to borrow the phone. Mom knew what to dial and said calm and clear, "Here's our full street address, send the fire trucks here." Before very long, down our street they came sailing, with bright red lights flashing and loud sirens wailing. The fire crew rushed to start work on their task. They were dressed in big boots and wore helmets and masks. They hooked up the hose and ran into the house, where they sprayed streams of water in order to douse the table, the curtains, our lovely snack too, and it didn't take long till the fire was through. The fire chief called out the door with a shout. The smoke made a mess, but the fire is out. My poor friend the dragon knew he was to blame, so he hung down his head and wept great tears of shame. One of the fire crew said, "Don't be sad, you knew what to do, and of that we're quite glad. You all got out safely, and that's really what matters." Then she took us to see the big pump, truck, and ladders. The dragon put on a shiny red hat, and I asked to see where the fire crew sat. She showed us the siren, the hoses and lights, and the ladders they climb up to reach higher heights. The rest of the fire crew checked all the rooms, while a fan in the door blew out gray smoke and fumes. Then the dragon and I, we sat down for a while. I reached up and hugged him. He gave me a smile. The next time the dragon and I want to play, we'll pack up a picnic and go to the bay. We're friends, tried and true, the best we can be, but I'll never invite dragons for tea. So I'll read you the dragon's safety rhyme. This is just some advice in here for fire safety. When the smoke alarm sounds, here's what you should do. Leave your toys behind, because there's only one you. Get down and stay low, crawling under the smoke, because breathing those fumes, it might make you choke. If your clothes catch on fire, don't run about. Stop, drop, and roll till the flames are all out. Don't open a door if the handle feels hot. Find another way out to your planned meeting spot. Even when scared, you must never hide, and once you are out, don't go back inside. So just a few things that you can work on at home with your kids. I know that Miss Sarah and Miss Anna Marie were working on learning street addresses, but that's something you can work on with your kids. And you can start talking to them about 911. I know some of them are probably too young to understand that right now, but it's never too early. So you can talk to them about that. And you can talk to them just about the fire department and what we do, and you can talk to them what the police officers do, and just kind of start educating on that. But stress to them too that if anything were to ever happen, to not hide, and that we would come in and find them and get them. So we're gonna do a couple more things. I'm gonna take you outside, and we'll show you the fire truck, and we will show you a fun activity that we do. We train quite a bit, usually for a couple hours a day. So we're gonna show you just an activity that you can do with your kids. We do a lot of make-believe for our training scenarios here. So we'll take you outside and we'll do that here real quick. Alright, so we wanted to show you guys our fire truck that we have here. This truck is what we call a quint. It carries lots of water, carries about 500 gallons of water. We also have hoses that we would use when we come inside, if we need to come inside to put the fire out. And we also have a 107-foot ladder that if it was a big fire and we needed to spray water from up above, we could. We can also use this if we need to get in a window or just get up on a roof anywhere. So this is the truck here that we have at Station 303, and I'll show you a little character back here. You guys can tell your parents or your grandparents, see if you guys know who this person is. You guys know who this is? This is Snoopy. So I don't know if any of you guys watch that still, but it's good. It was one of our favorites when I was a kid on Charlie Brown. Everyone, we wanted to bring you just a fun activity that you guys could do at home, but make sure that you have mom or dad or grandma or grandpa with you to do it. You can just go out and just ask your parents or grandparents to use the garden hose there, and then you can just pretend to be a fireman for a little bit. That should be fun for a little bit. Hopefully the weather will get a little bit nicer and you guys can then play in the water a little bit too. Well, that's it for the station tour. We're happy we were able to do this for you. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed being able to show you the station. Once all of this is over, we'd love to have you stop by. We'd love to be able to show you everything in person. We'd love to be able to pull the truck out and set it up for you. But we hope you stay very safe, and hope you stay healthy. And we'll hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.